Hey BookTube, I'm doing a quick review of Lustlocked by Matt Wallace, which I'm not going to hold up for you because I don't have the book with me. I'm just going to quickly just dash off my thoughts because the last time I did this in a nice airy place, of course my sound was completely messed up, and hopefully it's not messed up this time. But yeah, so you're getting the super rough and ready version of my thoughts on Lustlocked, which is the second book in a 7-book novella series by Matt Wallace, which I won't be going on to the other books in. The first book introduced us to Jour, which is a catering company which caters to all sorts of supernatural beings, giving them all sorts of odd and strange dishes. The second book, we continue the adventures. It's basically the sort of the next episode. This feels very much like episodic TV, and indeed we're sort of, I feel like we're following kind of a Buffy the Vampire Slayer model where each week our heroes are going to kind of have a different mystical adventure with a sort of an overarching thing at the end of this season of things. It's got too many characters in it. There are a ton. There's like, you're introduced to like four side characters in the opening chapter, and then you get on to Lena and Darren. Oh, there goes my lighting. Lena and Darren, and then there's just tons and tons more. So you don't really get to know any of the characters. So I don't really care about the characters in the book. It's a fun concept, but I didn't like this plot especially. It's very much got the, they're catering a goblin wedding, and hijinks ensue, and a certain kind of group of the people get turned into lust monsters, animal lizards that basically want to fuck everything to death, so that happens, and it's semi sort of played for laughs, and at the end everyone gets sets back to normal, but there's no repercussions. Indeed, the goblin people, they're like, who are super beautiful people in this universe, they're like, oh, this is like my last party when Jack Nicholson dropped acid last week, and the humans that might be freaked out about this, they have their mood altered. So they were transformed into creatures that were fucking everything to death, and then they got their mood altered so everything would be fine and happy dandy, which is like got to be the shittiest wedding ever, and you would think would have horrible repercussions for the next couple of generations, the next 20, 30, 40 years of, that was a year that grandma raped poor Uncle Ted or something like that. But no, it's all just played for laughs, and everything's fine at the end. And I really did not like that. I did not like that plot whatsoever, and combined that with not really liking the characters whatsoever, and I'm not going to continue on with the series. I bought this in a little bundle of the first 3 novellas, and I read the first one, and it was like, it's kind of a fun concept, but the characters really didn't hit me. And the author, Matt Wallace, did say, hey, give it a chance. It's sort of like episodic TV. You have to let the characters kind of grow on you. But I went through the second book. I still didn't care about the characters. And this time it had a gross plot that I really did not appreciate. I didn't find funny. So I guess I don't share that sense of humor or that things. I know, you can maybe give them the benefit of the doubt that, in later books, the ramifications of this will continue. But, yeah, I'm not, it's like, the next episode will be better. Kind of that kind of feeling. It's like, well, I'm just throwing my time, more time after more time, into this thing. And so I'm giving up on the series. I'm not going to bother reading the third book that I've actually bought. So yeah, so that's my review of Matt Wallace's Lustlocked. If you've read the books and you've gotten through the whole series and you actually enjoyed it, let me know in the comments down below and tell me, what's your interpretation of this plot? Because I just did not get along with it, and I just didn't get along with the characters either. Or not get along with the characters, I just didn't care about them. There's too many of them, and you don't sit with anyone. I didn't even feel like there's a main character in the book for me in a way. There's just so many characters, but nobody who's grabbing me as this is the Buffy of the Buffy the Vampire Slayer books or something, series or whatever. So yes, I'm very, very sweaty now, and I'll stop. More videos later.